Good morning. We are about to head out on this hand cycle ride. Got my drink. I can actually see what's being said today. Let's try it out. I don't know. Let's see if I can try to stand this up here. Last time this thing spilt, so today we're gonna try to get it so it doesn't spill on me, waste my drink. All right. Yo, what's good, Clinton? Good morning, man. How are you? Just getting ready. I actually can read this today. I got actually the iPad, so it's like wide. It's pretty big, which is pretty cool. We'll see how seeing everything goes, but I think I got it pretty well. And I'm on my hotspot on my phone, so we'll see how the internet goes. Should go pretty well. Let's try to see what's going on. Yeah. It looks good, bro. Hand cycle Saturday, baby. Let's get it, man. Oops, we're gonna try to. Try to put a link up on my Instagram so people can come on Twitch and check it out. We're on YouTube too, so. I hope your day's good though, Clinton. Got anything planned today? Should be able to hear me good too. Let me make sure I can hear myself good. Should be able to hear me good too. Oh yeah. Make sure I can hear myself good. Yep, we can hear myself really good on here. It's gonna bounce around a little bit, obviously, once we take off, but we should be good. All right. Let's see how this works out. Make sure I got everything. Got my, drink. Got my, we're good. No, not really, man. I mean, someone that obviously doesn't use the hand cycle or obviously can use their legs, it probably is hard. But, I haven't used my legs or walked in 23 years, so you get used to it, You using your upper body only. That's awesome. Yeah, I used to have like a side-by-side that I would use all the time to drive, to go off-road and stuff. It should be good. Let's make sure we stay on. Like I said, I got it hooked to my phone as the internet, so we should be good. Yeah, but once you get used to this, it's easy. It's not that bad, you know? That's what it's all about. It's just getting used to it. It's just like, you know, pushing in a wheelchair, to be honest. You get used to it, you know? You get used to, like, just using your upper body so much. And that's really why I work out so much, too, because... you know, so I can do things like this and have the stamina to use my upper body. I can definitely feel though that I've been trying to gain weight, because I can feel it on me, and I can feel my breath. I'm like breathing heavier some days. Just trying to get, you know, bigger and stronger for this official games, Strongman Adaptive Games coming up. No matter how I do, I want to do my best, you know. And that's whatever that is, if, you know, win or lose, but yeah. The bigger you are, obviously the stronger you are. I'm not trying to gain like a lot of fat, you know. I'm trying to just gain more muscle and strength. So I'm still eating leaner foods. My fats are decent, you know. We'll say they range from like 40 grams to 60 grams of fat a day. Protein's probably, you know, 160. Some days I have like today my carbs might be up a little more because I'm gonna have more activity. Because you got to think, man, carbohydrates with glucose is your main body's source of you know, energy. So I use that with more carbohydrates. As long as you keep your fats low, you're not gonna gain a lot of like excess fat. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna gain a little bit. I can feel I'm gaining a little bit more weight in my stomach because obviously I'm sitting all day eating all those carbs, but it's all right. Like I said, I'm not like too bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like this iPad, dude. I can see the freaking chat. It's a lot bigger. I just had to like kind of customize the stand a little bit. That's all that was. Yeah, but over time, like I said, you get used to using your upper body. And obviously, you know, it takes time no matter what you decide to do. You know, gain weight, get stronger, get more in shape, healthier. So once I get done with this competition, I won't be eating as much. I'll drop my calories down a little bit, get a little bit more in shape, a little bit more shredded, and then probably go like slowly back into a building phase. But I'm not gonna go too crazy with too much weight. Like I said, I can feel myself, you know, breathing more and things like that. I, you know, try to keep in, like I said, a bike ride, at least one bike ride a week. Get some good miles in. Get some, you know, good, try to fix it. There we go. Yeah, I think that's better. Yes. Look at that background. Look at that blue sky. One thing why I love, Arizona, to be honest. I love waking up. Some people say, oh, it's so hot, but you get used to it. Your body gets used to it. I really enjoy waking up every day in blue skies. That's the one thing I love, blue skies every day, no matter what. And that's what I'm liking. Yeah, I can already feel my breath already, It's bright out, but you know what? That's what I love about this. Look how clear that is, too. It's clear. This iPad's really good. I really like it. Just trying to set up, everywhere on my social media so people can watch this live. Let's do a little video. Yeah, we're live. Look at that. Look how big that screen is. That thing is awesome. Blue skies, baby. I love it. Hope you're all having a great day. Let's get this hand cycle ride in. And like I said, people can check me out, on social medias and stuff, which is really cool. Aw, dang it. I just messed up. I gotta, whew. So yeah, we're on 3 different platforms too. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on Twitch. So let's get it. All right, we're good. I was getting everything set up, so it was I took off a little bit later than I wanted to, but we're still out here. Got everything set up. Like I said, this setup right now, how I got it is pretty sweet. I just had to make sure that the stand of the iPad was going to be strong enough, to be able to hold it and not bounce around too crazy and be able to see me the way I want to. But like I said, I can stop in the shade and really read these comments now. That's one thing I wanted to. I wanted to be able to communicate while I was doing this. I gotta keep watching though on my, so at the bottom where my feet are at, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 gears, I think. And what I've learned is I can't go all the way to the last one because it falls off. And then I've been out here and it fell off, and I can't stand up and fix it, so I had to. What's up, buddy? He's all whistling. Hear him? I had to figure out how to get it back on track. That was kind of a hectic situation, but we did it. Now again, we're not out here trying to beat a time or anything. We're just trying to get it, active recovery in, blood flow in, metabolism going. We got plenty of time too. I try to eat every 3.5, 4 hours. Right now, like I said, that will cut down once I'm done with this competition. I won't be eating as much. One thing is too is it's kind of a lot of money. I try to buy in bulk and eat it throughout the month. Try to make I bought a 20-pound bag of rice. I'm gonna tell you right now. I think I probably have already ate half the bag. 10 pounds. That's 10 pounds of rice, dude. That's crazy. Beautiful out here, man. This is another thing too about this hand cycle. So the thing about that though, intermittent fasting works. What that does is it helps you, obviously, just say if you're not eating the whole day, obviously the whole time you're eating, it's reducing calories. There's no magical pill to that. That's all that it really is just helping you eat less calories, because that's what's going to get you to lose weight, is eating less calories. You eat more calories than what you burn, you're going to gain weight. Even if it's one meal a day. If you eat one meal a day and your body doesn't burn all that, well, guess what? You're gaining weight no matter what. Well, here's the thing too. Our bodies are very smart. They will catch up. So they'll catch up to what it's doing. So if you eat real low calories, eventually your body's going to lower its metabolism down to that lower calorie percentage that you're putting in your body. So now your metabolism is lower. So now when you eat a higher meal, for sure your body's gonna store it. So I would be careful. What I would do is, maybe do like, if you want to try to, lower your calories or something with intermittent fasting, I would do not like a whole day or something. I would do like windows. So like give yourself an 8-hour window or whatever you want, 4-hour window, 6-hour window that you're going to eat, but you're just going to eat, in that window. So then if you're not eating for 14, 16, 18 hours, however long, 24 hours, your body kind of gets shocked. So it doesn't lower its metabolism, because that's the thing. People don't understand that. They'll hit a plateau pretty quick, because you're going to just lower your metabolism. Your body will catch on to what it's doing with the lower calories. That's why I say movement is so crucial. Even eating a higher calories in your nutrition or diet plan, because your body's not gonna this person or Josh is only giving me 1200 calories, so it lowers its metabolism down to the 1200 calories, which you want to keep it spiking. What I would rather do is I'd rather you kind of spike your calories up for a little bit and eat cleaner foods, and then over time, a couple weeks, I'll say like 2 weeks, because that's about if you do the same thing for 2 weeks straight, your body will catch on to it. So about that time, you kind of drop them a little bit, and your metabolism will be high, so you'll actually burn those calories more instead of your body storing those calories, because that's not what we want. I learned that the hard way. All these years of training and training clients and just learning and taking more classes on nutrition. That's very crucial, man. You can end up lowering your metabolism, which then your body's going to store and kind of hold on to the food, because what happens is it kind of goes into starvation mode, where it's like, oh, I don't know, I'm just going to say this name, like John or Phil or Jeff, whoever, Josh, is only giving me these amount of calories, so I don't know when it's going to give me calories again, so I'm going to store these calories, because your body needs energy. We'll say every food that you eat is energy for your body, so it needs energy. So if it thinks it's getting starved, it's going to store. Like I said, you can gain weight off just eating one meal a day, because your metabolism's not. That's why they say like those little meals throughout the day will ramp up your metabolism. It's just you're giving your body more calories, because it's hard to give yourself, say, if you need 2,000 calories at one meal, unless you're eating a nice, fattening, out to eat, fast food, because fast food's high calories, because the foods that they use are like the oils and stuff that they use is higher in calories. It's not like clean food, like I'm just eating eggs and rice or eggs and potatoes with no butter or nothing like that on it. Still giving me calories of micros and macronutrients, but I'm giving my body still enough calories to keep burning throughout the day. So that's what's hard right now for me to gain weight. I have to literally eat so many calories because my body's metabolism is just high. I can literally sit there and just start sweating. It's crazy. Morning. Love this community. It's very active around here. People walking. She's got a weighted vest on, I think. That was pretty cool. Obviously, I always have a weighted vest on, but not today when we're hand cycling. Yeah, but like I said, it's, that's the hard thing about nutrition is, you can do something for so long, but eventually it's gonna not work. You gotta change things up. Same thing with like my training. I don't switch it up all the time because that's not good either, but I kind of switch up like the routine up a little bit. Maybe add a couple things, maybe take away a couple things, but keep the main things like in my program of my compound lifts and stuff, to kind of shock the body. So what I'll do is I'll do 4 weeks, so 3 weeks of lifting heavier each week, and then that fourth week I take a deload week, which I, kind of lower the intensity, lower the volume and things like that, and then go back to it. So I'll switch up a couple of exercises and then maybe things like that, and then go back to doing what I was doing, but just not as exactly what I was doing, because like I said, eventually your body's gonna catch on. The same thing with like me taking 3 weeks of climbing up in weight, volume, and strength, and then that fourth week I kind of take a lighter week called a deload or reload, whatever you want to say, to shock the central nervous system, let it give it a break, so then next week I can come back in the fifth week of whatever program, whatever week I'm in. About every 5 weeks it goes back up. So that's what I'm doing. You want to kind of shock that body. And like I said, I'm still in good shape right now, even eating all the calories that I'm eating. And again, I can eat nasty calories. When they say like a dirty bulk, I don't do those dirty bulks anymore. I used to back in the day, but I'll tell you right now, I paid for those dirty bulks using the bathroom, and the way I felt, it was not good. That's not a good situation, man. So I'm eating cleaner foods to keep me going. That makes sense. Your body works. It's like a fire, yeah. The more wood put in, the hotter it burns, exactly. But if you let all the wood burn out, then yes, the fire goes out. Exactly how it is with the food. Exactly that right there. You can do it for so long. Like I said, I would do it, I'll say about every 14 days. So that 14th day, you want to change it back up. So if you're going to up your calories for 2 weeks, that's okay. So all you have to do is just move a little more. Listen, 10-minute walks. I do a 10-minute push in my chair. So every time I eat, I'm eating 4 times a day, every 3.5, 4 hours. And I'm eating, like I said, whole foods, no junk, nothing like that. Oranges, orange juice, fruits, kiwis, pineapples, and then my proteins will say like turkey breast, lean beef, 90%, lean, 10% fat, bison, chicken, things like that, okay? And I'll keep that diet like that. So I'll up my calories a little bit. I'll just move a little more. So, that's what I'll say. I'm sorry. I kind of lost track. After every time I eat, I do a 10-minute push outside or in my house. A lot of times in my house because it's just convenient and, easy. So what I do is I'll eat, and then right after I'm done, I'll do a 10-minute push. So that's just 10 minutes. So 4 times a day, that's 40 minutes of basically pushing I've already done. So that's like 40 minutes of cardio every day that I'm doing. No matter what I'm doing, no matter if I go out in the morning for my morning ruck with the weighted vest on, or hand cycle ride, or whatever. Those little pushes, plus when you eat, you spike your insulin, you spike your blood sugars. So walking helps reduce all that, bring it back down to normal levels, and it helps you digest your food. If you ever eat and you kind of feel bloated, do a 10-minute walk in your house. It can just go back and forth at a nice pace. You don't have to run or anything like that. Just walk back and forth, 10 minutes. Set it on your phone or whatever. And I promise you, you're going to feel so much better. You're like, wow, that felt actually good. I literally, when I haven't gone out in a while, I stopped trying to go out to eat, man. And I still try to eat clean when I'm out, at a restaurant. So I will leave the restaurant. I learned this from Stan Efferding. I will leave the restaurant, walk 10 or 5 minutes out from the restaurant, turn around, and walk 5 minutes back. That's literally 10 minutes. I just walked or pushed. That quick, that easy. It's just like you kind of connect it to, you know, something that you're already doing every day, eating. And it's just going to help you out with your health and your benefits like that. Who wouldn't want to do that, you know? I know I do for sure. So right there again, so I don't have to get on like a, you know, I don't have to push for 40 minutes straight. I can literally just do it, you know, 10 minutes every time after I'm done eating. Plus it's gonna help me in so many other health benefits, but boom, I got in my cardio, 40 minutes of cardio every day, just by doing those 10-minute pushes 4 times a day. Now when I drop my calories, I don't know if I'll still eat 4 meals. I might go down to 3, but really, like I said, just, you know, just not eating as many calories. Right now I'm trying to get like 29 to 3,000 calories in me. So I'll be dropping that down pretty low. Not like right away, because obviously my body's so used to it. Again, it's still shocking, you know, the body. That's the number one thing you want to do, is shock that body. Morning. I don't think she's talking to me. I think she's talking on her headphones. But yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing. That's the number one thing though, right there, is that. What are these guys doing here? They're blocking off the sidewalk? Like, how the hell am I gonna get by? Like, that's kind of shit. That's one thing I hate, they don't pay attention. And they don't think about the accessibility of people walking by or wheelchairs or anything like that. I've been in this community now for a while, so people have seen me, but they don't still think about it. They block all these ways off, and it's just more of a pain in the butt for me than it is anything else. You know, I'm just out here trying to get, you know, a nice little hand cycle ride in and be healthy. And they kind of take away my accessibility, to be honest. Like, people don't want to get out of the way, like this might fall down from the go off the pavement. Thank you. See, like this community's active, man. Really active, Ryan. I love it. Running, walking, biking. So my hotspot's working really good. I got unlimited hotspots, so that's good. As long as I know it can stay up pretty good, I'll film after and make sure everything was good. So I'm sure you guys can hear me pretty well. Obviously it bounces around a little bit. I mean, you know, I can't really stop that. But yeah, like I said, you know, that's the thing about nutrition too. One of the hardest things about owning an online personal training business, I'd like to have my own. You know, I do train some people in person. I would like to do that more. I actually would like to have my own facility, to be honest. If I could have my own facility and train out able-bodied people, have adaptive athletes come there, teach them how important exercise and movement is in their everyday life, because it's just going to help them out, you know, to live a more independent life, and that's for everybody. But especially if you're in a wheelchair, like that's the one thing that a lot of people want is that independence, you know? Be able to do things and live on your own, or even if you need assistance, you know? A lot of it you can do on your own. And it's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it, to be honest. It's my nice little camera. Let's do a little video for YouTube. Here we are. We're out here getting this hand cycle ride in. It's beautiful out. We got the stream going. You guys are seeing that on YouTube live. Yeah, we're having a great day today, man. Let's get this working. Look at that. Just clicked right back to there. I love that. So I don't have to worry about it falling or anything, you know. But yeah, like I said, that's one thing that I, you know, am really passionate about is my health and just living independent with a disability, man. It's already hard enough. Like, there's some days, obviously, you know, I'm depressed or I'm not feeling like doing anything. But I gotta have that determination. I gotta have that discipline to keep doing it because I know it's gonna benefit me, you know? And I've been training for this Adaptive Strongman Games in November. I'm not gonna lie, man, my body's feeling it. There's movements that I'm doing that with some heavy ass weight that it's hurting me. You know, I have rods and screws in my back. That's what holds me together. And yeah, it's appreciate you. It definitely is playing a toll on my body. You know, my back, doing that 465 pound seated deadlifts. You know, I don't have the function of my lower abdominals. I have no hip function or lower back function. Actually, my back, I'm actually higher with no feeling. So it's even harder for me. People are like, well, how can you do those movements you do? Those have, you know, been worked and failures for many years. And that dude's riding the side by side on the fucking street, dude. That's badass though. As long as it's got mirrors and stuff, it can be street legal. A lot of people do that here in Arizona. They ride around in golf carts or razors, side by sides. That's actually a 4-seater right there. I used to have one. Those were expensive, man. I sold mine before I moved back to Texas, and then we moved to Arizona. But yeah, like I said, man, it's you know, it's a challenge no matter what you do in life, you know. Like I said, some days are better than others, but you gotta keep pushing. Find what keeps you going, and like things like this, trying to motivate and show people my life of living with a spinal cord injury. You know, living with a spinal cord injury and showing people how, you know, yeah, my life's challenging and it's hard, but I decide, you know, to keep going and to keep moving and to be healthy and, you know, keep my weight down and try to keep my health the best I can. I already know right now, like I'm already putting more stress on my body by eating so much of the food. So I already know I do this for a little bit of time, you know, to get the goal that I want, and then I'm going back down. Like I'm dropping that weight. Like I started off at 154 pounds. And now I'm at like 180. And I'd like to go to like 190 something, to be honest. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. It's very stressful to eat so much food. And like I said, my metabolism's so high, even when I'm eating more food, I'm burning more calories because my metabolism's up. Because I stay active, I stay moving. I can't just sit around. I mean, I'm already sitting around every day. But I just can't, you know, stop moving. Like at least I'm pushing in my chair and doing things like I am right now, hand cycling and stuff. Like I can't just not do anything. I'll sit down and play a video game for a couple hours, but then I'm like, I gotta move. Like if I'm on my video game for like a couple hours, I'll just have to get up and go push my house for a 10-minute little push, you know, just to get that mobility and that movement in me. Ooh, that guy tried to go my. Morning. That guy tried to go in my eye. So like I said, you know, it's all about what you decide, you know, to do with your life. Like, you want a better car, you gotta work for it. You want a better house, you gotta work for it. I've owned houses, man, for a while, and then now I'm renting a house. I just, you know, the economy's crazy. I don't have the down payment like that. It's probably gonna be for a while, to be honest. I'm probably gonna be renting for a while. I'm just trying to keep my life and my situation that I'm in, you know, at its best. Because like I said, some days are just terrible, man, and things have not been good in my favor, but I make that choice to keep moving forward, you know? I feel that sun, man. I like that sun a lot. It feels great. I just shaved my head too, so I'm probably gonna get burned. I forgot totally about grabbing a damn hat. And you guys can see I used to work at this commercial gym in Texas, Fitness Connection. Thought about trying to maybe work at Planet Fitness here, just to be a personal trainer, you know, kind of bring more awareness and show them my knowledge, and then maybe hopefully I can get some more clients that will come with me working online or in person, you know, too. Like I said, it'd be great if I can get a facility. That would be really cool. Have your own facility. My boy, Harold, in Texas, man, he's got his own King Kong Nation, which is awesome, man. I'm so happy for him. It's awesome, dude. It's pretty big too. They started off in a little gym or like a little space, and they're growing it pretty big. Just building that clientele and just people trusting in you, really. That's what it's all about. All right, we're gonna keep going, and then we'll probably cut up and come back this way backwards. Probably do another loop. Just like, you know, I got so much stuff going on in life too. I'm just trying to, you know, stream and motivate and communicate with my community and stuff that support me throughout the days, you know, when I can. Like, I really appreciate everybody that, you know, supports me, comes through, hangs out, you know. It's awesome. Like I said, I tell people all the time, go to my live. You know, I give out so much free information, really. You can come to my live and ask me questions, and I'll give you, you know, what I think and stuff. Like, that's kind of, you know, why I do these lives. So, you know, I can, yeah, we're gonna have to scoop. We're gonna scoop around. Look, right here, they're doing some kind of fucking, some kind of like work on the sidewalk. It's kind of raised up, so I put all these cones and stuff there. I can't even push there or nothing. So I've been trying to avoid it, go around. When we go loop, we're gonna loop back around. We can come on that side and then go across and go backwards. There's a hill coming up here, and then we're gonna go down the hill, and then we will go around and then go back up a hill. It's a nice little workout. As you can see, I'm just, you know, strolling along, trying to keep a good pace. Cool thing about this camera too that I have on my neck is it literally shuts down after so long of not using it. So So like I forgot about it. So I kept beeping because it shut down itself. I was like, okay, cool. I forgot to hold it in once I finished it. Like once you record, you hold it and it turns it off. But I just kind of pushed the button and I didn't think about, holding it to shut it down. Yeah, now that I got this system going right here with this iPad, I think we're gonna be using this a lot on our cycle rides. I try to get in, like I said, I try to get a weighted push a day. It doesn't mean, some days it can just be a mile, 2 miles, 5 miles, things like that. But I try to get in one hand cycle ride a week. Usually on Saturdays, because I rest on Saturdays and Sundays. Now I was working out 3 days a week. Actually, I was working out 4 days a week, and I put in a day of like doing event day where I would do my workouts that I'll be doing at the official Strongman Games competition. And then I took it out because I just felt my body, man, was like really getting fatigued from all that heavy lifting like that. Obviously, like I said, I just took a deload week, so I feel real good and refreshed. But I'm gonna go back to 4 days, and what I'm gonna do, instead of having an event day, I've kind of spread out the events throughout the week. So basically I have a day where I'm just doing 3 of the events, but I'm not like doing the events how they're gonna be in there. I'm doing them with like reps and sets. And a lot of like my accessory work, I don't do a lot of sets anymore. I do like 2 top sets. So I might do like right now my strength program, so I might do like 5 sets of 5 reps, to get in that volume that I need, but also in a good amount of weight where I can stay heavy and not burn out too much. I'm not going to failure. I'm still leaving a couple reps in reserve so that I can recover better, man, because always going to failure is just kind of burning you out. So taking those breaks and kind of leaving a couple reps in reserve or shy of what you could have probably pushed 2 more hard reps. That's plenty. You're still gonna get growth. You're still gonna get all the benefits that you want. And like I said, it's not about how much volume or sets and reps you can do. It's about how much intensity can you put in to that workout or that session. Doesn't matter. So 1 to 2 top sets where you're going to almost to failure is plenty. You don't need too much more. A lot of things that play into the way things are your nutrition. I don't care how hard you work out or how much volume or sets and reps you put in. It's the intensity, and you got to eat right to get those results. Some people can eat, it's a very small population where some people can eat whatever they want and stay in shape. I'm gonna stop here for a minute, take a break, and get some fluids in me. That's another thing too. Back in the day, I would just keep on going, and be pushing hard because I thought that's what I had to do. But as I get older, I'm 41 now, I've realized that it's just burning me out. Clear that pressure a little bit off my booty. Yeah, that's just burning me out though, So, like I said, there's some weeks where I'm so tired. I'm like, I don't even want to work out. And I don't like that feeling, So what do? Things like I'm telling you right now, like, taking more rest days. I used to work out 6 days in a row, man, or I'll do 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. I don't do that no more. Like I said, once I get done with this competition, I'll probably go back to 3 days, or maybe I'll just lower the volume a little bit and go back to the 4 days, but just lower, what I'm actually always do, as much. Got electrolytes in here. Got some dextrose powder, which is a simple carbohydrate, get that right back into my muscles. Helps me stay energized. Got a little bit of organic orange juice in here, about 4 to 5 ounces. That combination of the simple carbohydrates and fructose shuttles it right back in your muscles quick. We also got some collagen. I reached out to a doctor. I'm having problems with my elbows. He said collagen. Take more collagen in. It helps lubricate, the joints and stuff. So I've been doing that. I mean, it's feeling better. It's not 100%. I'm not gonna lie. Still hurts a little bit, but it's better than nothing, right? Collagen, just more peptides. All these people taking all these other peptides. There's so much peptide talk out there. It's like the new thing now. They're talking about it more than steroids, to be honest. Peptides is like the new steroid. It's amino acids. And the more the amino acids is what shuttles into your muscles and, helps you repair and stuff. Check my gears. I feel like they're slipping. Hey, what up, Wheels? Yo, what's good, bro? I can actually see your comments today, man. I got the iPad going, so I can actually see the comments and talk to you, man. I appreciate you coming in, man. How's your day going? You know me, just out here hand cycle, talking so much. Just got done stopping for a minute so we can get a little bit of electrolytes in me, get some more energy. Morning. Yeah, it's a lot bigger screen today, so people probably see it. They're like, "What the hell is going on?" Got a big old iPad going. It's pretty big, but like I said, I actually like it a lot. It's got a good setup now, so I set it up so I can actually have it on my bike. All these little gadgets that I bought, pretty cool. It worked out. Climbing a hill right now, so we're going uphill right now. Like I said, I got to be careful with the gears down by my feet. Those are the ones that you change for the the gears to be obviously easier for me to go up hills and stuff. So it's in a nice lighter gear, but I can't go too far because I'll fall off track and then I'm screwed. So I gotta keep watching it. This is an old bike, man. I messed up with the measurements on it, but it still works. I spent some money on it back in the day, so I'm definitely gonna use it as long as I can. Morning. All right, we're gonna have to try to maneuver this way real quick. Like I said, that's the hardest thing on this thing. It doesn't want to turn as easy. So when I measured this damn thing, I messed up the measurements. So I got a short frame instead of a longer frame. Which, so turning like real tight turns just doesn't work out as good. But we did it. We managed it, so. All right, we are at 5 miles right now. Not bad. We're gonna do the big loop again. then call it a day. Yeah, like I said, so I've been away from my family for a very long time now, living down here in the south, kind of. Well, this is like what, northwest south Arizona, but I was down in Texas. I've lived in Arizona, lived in Texas. I've lived in now in Arizona. Oklahoma. I said Arizona, beginning of Oklahoma. I went to college there, Oklahoma State University. That was the first college that I actually went to play wheelchair basketball. And then I transferred to University of Texas at Arlington. I'm not gonna lie, like I've been thinking about trying to, it's just very expensive, man. Very expensive to go to college. And sometimes, you can get a degree and you might not even get a job with it, to be honest. But I would like to be like a nutritionist doctor. Because I believe, exercise is great. But like I said, exercise will only take you so far. You need a combination of nutrition. But the nutrition is more key to longevity, to staying sickness and disease free. That's the number one thing that, I want to help people, because I definitely feel like we can heal diseases and stuff by really focusing on your nutrition and what you're eating and what you're consuming. Because you gotta think, man, these food companies don't think about your health. They don't care. They will label stuff as healthy and it's not healthy because it's just marketing. They want to sell and make money. It's just like this thing, man. I guarantee, I actually read an article on it. I guarantee, and not 100%, but I'm pretty damn close. You can look at the owners that own McDonald's and see how they are. I bet you they don't even eat that food. Because it's just, it's not saying it's totally bad, but it's just stuff that they're making that food with. They're making that food cheaper. No matter what restaurant or what fast food, even restaurants. I would rather eat at a restaurant, which I've stopped eating at restaurants, really. I've been just eating at home. If I want something, I go to the store and get it and make it myself. If I got a craving for a sub, I go make it myself. If I got a split pace, 11 minutes, 9 seconds. If I got a craving for pizza, I'll make my own homemade pizza. I like sourdough bread. Sourdough bread is good for your gut. I'm getting sourdough bread. It only has 3 ingredients, like wheat or flour, salt, and water. That's good bread right there, Not too many ingredients in that. All right, this is going to be a hard transition right here. A little better than I thought, to be honest. But yeah, there's a skate park right here, man. I should take my wheelchair there one time. Go up and down the... First time ever skateboarding in a wheelchair. We'll do that as a YouTube video, I skateboarded in my wheelchair. Probably bust my ass quite a few times, man, to be honest, but... But yeah, like you said, restaurants, fast foods, they don't care about our health. All they care about is selling their product. And they're gonna make the cheapest. Think about it, man. That's why burgers are so cheap, or anything you get at like a fast food, they're kind of cheap because they're using cheap ingredients. Now they still gotta make a profit off that too, so you gotta think about that. So they're gonna use the cheap stuff to make more money. They're not gonna give you the good stuff, because it would be way more expensive. And just like restaurants, what I said about restaurants, why I stopped eating at restaurants, because restaurants are using oils and stuff that are not good for your body. Canola oil. Your body can't even digest that stuff, man, really. trust me, you'll be shitting it out like freaking diarrhea and stuff. Like I said, being paralyzed, man, I've learned the hard way with that stuff. So I've definitely slowed down. Plus the way I felt when I ate that stuff. You know, I was doing some food challenges. I love food. I'm not gonna lie, I love eating, you know, food. But those challenges were really messing with my system and the way I was using the bathroom and stuff and just the way I felt. Like I said, I don't feel too bad eating more calories right now and trying to gain weight. Usually I would. I feel like garbage because I would eat the garbage foods. I would eat things that I thought were gonna get me bigger, but they were just getting, you know, excess, you know, fat on me, which was just hard, which is just more stress on my system and my body. And I just felt like garbage, you know. I'd eat cookies and I'd eat cakes and sweets and candies, and it just tore my system up, man. So I just don't eat that stuff anymore, you know. It's just part of life now. It's another thing about my life. It's just part of my life that I have to consider. No matter how good I know it tastes and things like that, it's not worth it in the long run. Shoot, I thought I was so healthy, and then I got some blood work done, and then they tried to tell me I was like deficient, had a deficiency in a lot of things. Like I take vitamin D every day, and I'm out in the sun all the time. My vitamin D was low, but my idol Stan Efferding says that, you know, it took him like 8,000, I think, IUs of 8,000 IUs of vitamin D a day to get his markers up to where they need to be. So yeah, you know, same thing with K2. My K2 was kind of low, which is kind of weird because K2 is in eggs. I eat eggs daily. You know, 4 to 6 eggs, we'll say daily. I'm right now, I think I'm eating 4. 2 in the morning, 2 at night. I eat eggs twice a day, so I'll eat 2 whole eggs in the morning with a half cup of egg whites. And then nighttime, I'll eat again 2 whole eggs and a half cup of egg whites. Right now, for my bulking, I'm eating more rice. Rice doesn't have a lot, like a big nutrient profile, but it's good to help you gain weight. Yo, what's good? Give me a second. I gotta stop in the shade over here so I can see what you said. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, no, for sure. So, you know, how those nutrients are really spread out through your body is not just vitamin D. It's fat. It's a fat consumption. So, you know, obviously I'm getting that fat through the yolk from my egg. That's how it shuttles nutrients in, you know, your muscles, your cells throughout your body, is the absorption of fat. So, yeah, no, I definitely do. I take vitamin D with a meal or something. I don't take it on an empty stomach ever. I take all vitamins on, you know, with a meal, so it gets shuttled into my, you know, system pretty quick, better than if I took it alone. Plus, that's kind of hard on your stomach to digest with your stomach walls and stuff. So yeah, no, I definitely do. I appreciate that though. Yeah, I went through college, man. Exercise science. And then science nutrition. I'm actually, like I said, I'm actually thinking about going back to school. I'd like to work more into the nutrition field to help people out, because I feel like nutrition can change people's lives. We can actually cure diseases and stuff with proper nutrition. That's what I want to do. Help out communities, you know, eat better and just have better choices and let them understand, you know, because I mean, everybody says, yeah, everything is good in moderation, but But you just got to think, like, sometimes how beneficial is it, whatever you're eating, whatever that is that you're consuming. So if it's something bad, or something that doesn't have a lot of nutrients in it, well, that's gonna still go through your system, and it can still mess with your system. It can still, mess some other things up in your body. So yeah, I definitely believe that, man. That's my thing. I love training, and I love helping people out, with training and stuff. But I feel like I could do a bigger, have a bigger impact on people with nutrition. And again, only so many people are going to take your advice. They're going to still do what they want. Even if they took your advice a little bit and changed their habits just a little bit, I guarantee it's going to benefit them. Just incorporating some of the things that I say about nutrition and vitamins and things like that will help over time. Again, nothing happens overnight. Doesn't happen in a day. Doesn't happen in weeks, months. Takes years for things, But there is some changes that you can do that actually can help with, some of your markers, like, right away. And that could be something like doing those 10-minute walks, and calculating your vitamin D and your iodine. Those are crucial. And sodium. People don't understand how much sodium plays a role in your body. That's what I'm drinking in my drink. I got sodium and stuff in it. Some fructose, some dextrose, which is a simple carbohydrate. Fueling it right back into my body and my muscles as I'm sweating it out. Because when you sweat out, if you taste your sweat, it tastes like salt. Now there's other minerals that you're sweating out too, potassium, magnesium, things like that. You need those. Those are very crucial in your body. I would want you to try to get it through whole foods, some kind of food source, but if you ain't getting it that way, then you should probably do it through a vitamin. Like I said, some people don't pay attention as much to nutrition, but I'm telling you, it can change your life. It has for me. A long story. I got stories and stories I can tell you, man. I've been paralyzed 23 years. I abused alcohol and drugs. 5 years sober. Haven't touched alcohol, haven't touched marijuana. Things like that, just weren't good for me. Made me do other things that were not good for me, and I just wasn't a good person. I didn't care about my life. I didn't care about other people's lives. I just did whatever the hell I wanted, drove drunk, and drove on drugs. It just was terrible, man. I could have killed myself, killed other people, hurt people, like just ruin people's lives. And I won't be that person no more. So more I focus on nutrition, and it just is better for me, and it keeps me going, it keeps me healthy, and it keeps me, wanting to do something every day. Morning. So those are the things that I focus on, and hopefully I can help other people. Like I said, little things, man. Checking your iodine, checking your sodium, and paying attention to your micronutrients and macronutrients in your body. Like, those just help. It can be a pain. Yes, it can be a pain, but I promise you, it will go a long ways. As you age, you won't have to worry about diseases or infections all the time or things like that. Like, anything can happen still, even if you're doing all that right. So don't get me wrong, but I do think it is more beneficial than just abusing your body with other things. Like I said, it just makes me look forward to something every day. Oh, I gotta take my vitamins. Oh, I gotta jot down this. Oh, I gotta get my pushes in. Oh, I gotta get a workout in 3 to 4 times a week, and things like that just keep me going. Even if I wasn't competing, I'd still be doing this stuff. I'd still be trying to help people out. I still would be giving all the advice that I can to people. Even if, I can help out 1 to 2 people, that's good for me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'd love to help out thousands and millions, but maybe one day that will happen. But for right now, we're gonna keep doing what we're doing. Helping out as many people as I can. Like I said, you know, I do this for a living, and I do these lives so people can come on and just ask me questions and stuff. And you know, I can try to help them out with whatever their situation is, or the question that they want, or you know, maybe they want to you know, better their life, or be healthier or stronger, or you know, do that little thing that they always wanted to do, but they just didn't have the encouragement. So maybe I gave them that encouragement, you know, by them seeing the stuff that I do and stuff like that. Fueling up again. Get a little bit of this in me. That's another thing too. Back in the day, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't bring like a drink and stuff like that. As I get older, though, I really see how much beneficial it is for my body. Stay fueled, stay hydrated. So that's another thing too, hydration. People think if they drink more water, they're hydrated. You actually deplete more minerals out your body by just drinking plain water, because you pee more and your body will strip those nutrients out of you. You'll just keep peeing those minerals out of you. You need to have some kind of minerals in your water, you know, electrolytes, potassium, magnesium, sodium. Because when you're putting it in, you're gonna feel a lot better. My buddy's going through some stuff right now. He says he's got an infection in his body, actually. It's another thing, like I said, like the little things can go a long ways. Oh, there's a whole bunch of food trucks up here. That's pretty cool. See, I used to eat that stuff too all the time. I'm like, oh, there's food trucks. Like, I'd go home and get ready and come up here and eat them. I just don't do that anymore either. You know, I'm not saying it's terrible, but again, it just is very disturbing when it's in my body and my stomach, man. I don't like feeling like I gotta poop all day. That's not a good feeling for me. I do not like that. Last loop. Going uphill all the way. Take the back trail. Up to the back trail of the house. Those should definitely be off the sidewalk. Hey, just give him some knowledge, man. Ooh, my elbow can hear it cracking. Ooh, that's a cool Jeep. I love Jeeps. Obviously, I got my own Jeep, so. Coming up on your left. All right, here's a big hill. We're gonna hit this right hill. Glad my upper body's strong, right? Yeah, I can feel it. Hearts are pumping. Lungs are going. That's another reason why I like hand cycling. Oh man, I almost ran over a little lizard. All right, buddy. He made it though. 7 miles. We're at 7 miles right now, so. Yeah, I'll be doing vlogs and I'll be doing live streaming throughout my whole experience at what's it called? At Official Strongman Adaptive Games. Doing the best I can with some vlogs, and it'll be on YouTube. I'll do some lives driving and things like that. I wish I could, set up the live stream while I'm competing, but they won't allow that. They allow you to take a picture and stuff, but it says in the rules that you can't be doing stuff like that because obviously it's their network and their platform. They have live on their YouTube channel and things like that. So if you check out Official Strongman Games on YouTube, that November 20th will be the day that I compete from like 11 to 5, something like that. Yeah, we compete on Thursday, and we do 5 events in one day, which is gonna be a lot, because you got to think you're lifting maximum weight. So you're lifting your best weight up to, what you can, whatever that is. So like, they have a deadlift ladder. The deadlift ladder is literally starts off at 315 pounds, and then every time you succeed, it goes up 50 pounds. So same thing with like the incline press. Starts off at 150 pounds and they add 20 pounds each lift, which I was benching. I was overhead pressing and on an incline bench like over 200 something pounds. Since I've had this elbow problem, it just doesn't allow me to go over like 215, which is whatever. It is what it is. I'm trying to get that up, so I've been resting a little bit more, but I gotta wear like a compression sleeve and a compression elbow pad, man. Because if not, it just like locks up on me, and it pop it like it needs to be popped. And then if I like move it enough and kind of push it hard enough, it will. But it's like, it fucking just hurts. I think it's just me getting older a little bit, and obviously the wear and tear of the heavy weights. Obviously back in the day, I wasn't as smart with my training as I am now. I was like learning, everything. And what I would do was I would just keep on, working out. If I hurt, I would just lower the weight and just keep on working out, like, push through the pain. All that does is really injure yourself more. If I was smart enough like I am now, I would have just stopped and just rested and it's okay. Let's not push it. But I was young and just, had that mentality of just, just go for it. It's kind of like CrossFit. I wanted to get back into CrossFit. Man, I just don't have the adrenaline to be able to do like high intensity workouts like that all the time. Once in a while I'll do them. I'll jump in, boom, boom, keep me a nice little, 8 minute workout in pretty hard, but I don't know, man. To train like that every day, and yeah, I signed up for an online competition. We'll see how that goes. I don't even know if I'm gonna participate in it really, because like I said, when I really start pushing my body to the extreme, I really start to feel the injuries and the aches and pains. And I'm already trying to give everything I got into this Official Strongman game, so you can't do everything all at once. It just doesn't work out that way. But I'm gonna still keep doing my best and keep going with it. Cool thing is too is this actually has been running off my hotspot, which is, I think, has been really great, to be honest, which I'm really happy about. I don't feel like we have cut out at all. I got one of the best, they say, services, Verizon. And I got the plan where I have unlimited hotspot. Because before it was like so much hotspot and it would just stop, it would just cut off. But we've been on here for a minute now. And yeah, I feel like we've been pretty good. Now, obviously, it's probably a little choppy and things like that because you gotta think I'm on the internet on a, you know, satellite in the sky, but I feel like it has been pretty good. And this view right here of this iPad, unbelievable, man. This iPad view is really good. I have it actually, I think on 4K 30 looking at me. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, to be honest. Oh, I just love it out here, man. This hand cycle gives me the freedom that I want. Coming up on your left. Sorry. Just trying to warn you. I didn't want to scare you. Sorry.
I appreciate that.
I don't mean to try to scare people. I just try to get them, no. You never know, man. Someone might try to attack me. This world's crazy, bro. And I don't have no weapon on me. Usually I carry a knife or something with me. I don't have nothing today, to be honest. Just my bare hands. So hopefully we'll see if my submissions and stuff work. But what are you gonna do if someone got a knife or something? You can't, you know what I mean? You can only do so much. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It just doesn't work out. Coming up on your left. Thank you. Yeah, man, like I said, it's like, people can say what they want, man. That's why I believe in my Second Amendment. I was growing up. I learned growing up about my Second Amendment, and I was taught about guns and stuff. People can have their opinion about the guns and the gun laws and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you this right now. Take it however you want. Go ahead and argue about it. This is the God honest truth. If the gun laws were taken away, do you think the bad guys ain't gonna get guns? They're just gonna, so if you can't buy them so this is what happened. They would stop selling them in stores. That would be what would happen. Well, guess what? It's just like drugs. Drugs are illegal, right? You're not supposed to buy drugs. People are still buying heroin and crack. They're still doing that, and coke. People are still getting those drugs. So what they'll do is they'll go to a drug dealer. Same thing with if our guns got taken away. They would go to a gun dealer. People would still illegally sell guns. And then guess what? Now the bad people have guns, and then the good people that didn't want the guns or don't have the laws anymore of carrying a concealed weapon or a weapon to protect you and your family, now you're screwed. Now you're fighting with your fists compared to a gun. Just doesn't work out. So like I said, have your opinion and have your beliefs, but think about it really clearly on what you think would happen if the gun laws were taken away like that, and the businesses that sell guns right now didn't sell guns anymore. Well, then all those guns would just go to the bad people and just like the drug dealers, and then again they'd be called the gun dealers, and the people that would do that would still sell. Instead of me going to a store, having a background check, making sure I don't have a felony or anything like that, because like I said, all the stuff that's happening, those bad people will find a way to get the guns just like they do drugs. It just doesn't stop, man. All you'll do is take away our rights, and then we won't be able to protect ourselves and our family, and then we're screwed. Because then it's just gonna be chaos. People just go around shooting people because they know that there is, no worries. Coming up on your left. Thank you. Yeah, have a great day. I'm gonna tell you this too. Here's another thing, man. Trust me. I know all about my gun laws and everything about it. The shootings that happen at schools and stuff, those are no gun zones. So meaning you cannot have a gun on a school zone. So the bad people know when they go into that situation that they're not going to be in trouble. They're not going to be worried about someone having a gun. They know that this is a school zone that they don't allow guns, so no teacher's going to have a gun. Like, think about it, man. It's just, people just don't make sense when they think about things. You know, it's any business or anything you think of that has a warning of, you can't bring a gun, conceal a weapon on this property or something. Bad people know that, man. They see that. They're not stupid. You've never had a shooting at a gun expo, or you've never had, places that have guns, there's not been killings or anything like that. Because the person knows if they go crazy and start doing stupid stuff, well, guess what? Someone's got a gun, they're probably going to shoot them. Same thing with people robbing people and stealing, man. They rob and steal the people that they know they can get away with it. The easiest target. Women are easy targets, they think. People have disabilities are easy targets. Older generations, like, let's just really be serious and think about the things like that, man. Because that's what happens. It's not just, oh, well, it's because of the gun laws and this and that. That's not how it works. They're going to get them no matter what. Just like drugs. Drugs are everywhere. And you get in trouble, you get caught with drugs, you're going to jail. It doesn't matter. Even legalized marijuana, there's still certain stipulations. If you get caught smoking and driving, you're in trouble. You're not, I got a card for this, or I can smoke, medical marijuana. Well, guess what? If you're driving with it, and that's still basically like drinking and driving, it's smoking and driving, you're still gonna get in trouble. So, like I said, I don't know, man. This is my opinion on things. People can have their opinion on it all, but I'm telling you, because you can't just leave it into the military and the police's hands, because look at the population of that, look at the population of the world. People can they overpopulate, the military and things like that. Like, there's way more people in this world than there is, law enforcement and stuff. It's the truth. So why would you want to take your safety out of your hands? Hey, you do you. Look, I live right next to a sheriff. He lives two houses down. Well, it's the second house down. Not next to me, but then next to her. And we made it. Whew. Nice little ride today. Nice little stream. And there we go. Hey, what's up, Max? Appreciate you, man. How are you, brother? Whew, we've been out for a minute, man. We've been out for a minute. It's kind of hot out there. We've been streaming for, a good hour and a half. Yeah, well, did my hand cycle today, man. I try to get in at least one hand cycle ride at, the hell was that? One hand cycle ride a week. I'm always doing my weighted pushes. You know what I mean? But I try to get in, a good one hand cycle ride. And I switched it up. I used my iPad so I can actually see a lot better and see the comments and stuff. Dude, it looks great. We're in the garage, so you see the back sunlight right there. But yeah, this thing's been going great. Hey, appreciate you coming in though, Max. I hope your day's good, man. Hey, have a great Saturday, brother. Always got my electrolytes and stuff in me, man. That's one thing that I've learned as I got older. This is real crucial. definitely keeps me going and feeling good. Ugh. Woo. You hear that? That's my brake. I gotta tighten that brake up. The bottom brake that when I stop, it's still kind of loose. I need to tighten it up a little bit. I've had this bike for a long time, so hey, I'm just glad it's still working. And like I said, we were on my hotspot, man. My hotspot lasted this whole time. It was pretty good. So I wanted to say thank you guys, everyone, so much for coming in. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a good day. I might jump on the game. We might go play some game, man. Today is Saturday, just kind of chilling today, so I really don't have anything to do. Check some emails, and yeah. But I appreciate you guys. Y'all take it easy. Have a great day. Thanks for coming, hanging out.